All right, here we go. Just heard a knock. Hey.
Hey.
Merry Christmas
Merry
to you.
Christmas.
Thank you, thank
Very
you, thank you.
welcome.
All right, let's take this in here and get this set down on the table. We have everything ready here. Let me adjust our phone. I want to make sure we don't lose anything here. All right. I think I forgot a knife, so there you go. All right, so first, guys, so you can see this is from the address. So it's actually shipped to Chicago first, and then to me. Now, so this is the actual box here. I want to make sure that I cover up the name, but you can see Digital One Crystal. There's the shipper. It's Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. That's the thing. Okay. Completely, you can look here. The tape is still on all the way around. It's banged up a little bit right there, but otherwise it's still all good. So let's open. Sesame. Underneath that it says Phantom 21. I guess customer something Philadelphia. UPS tracking. All right. Kind of wrapped in here. That was it. There's all that black stuff you see him wrap everything in. Now, in my opinion, this is totally unnecessary. There's better ways to do this. Those who have received my shipments know that you don't have to go through all this. Now, I find it very well with bubble wrap. But this has just got like tons of tape on it. You can see this has got tons of tape on it and a very cheap home printed, just kind of taped on. It's not even really a label. It's just a piece of paper. You can see it's not even a true label. It's just a piece of paper that's kind of taped on there. Very cheap compared to the labeling that we provide. Lord. That shrink wrap around the top is a mess to get off. There's something that smells a little funky. I think maybe that's just some bird scent. There's that interesting color. It's not very interesting. It's kind of dark. This stuff is thick too, very thick. All right, so we're going to make this quick so we don't have any interruptions. All right, so according to him, just a little pour out. Let me wet my roller. Put that right there. All right. Get the roll. This stuff is thick.
Is it?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
This kind of reminds me of the paint that we used on the barn. It does. All right, guys, so I'm just going to get us a coat on here. According to Mr. Bird, one coat's all it takes. It's got, I should have probably filtered it because it's got all kinds of glops in it. A big thick one here, as a matter of fact. Now I'm going to make an attempt to smooth out the roll. I'm just going to smooth it. I would treat his as I would treat mine, so just try to smooth it out a bit. All right. There's our coat. And we're going to hit that with the hair dryer. Da-da-da, we got the hair dryer. So we'll hit that with the hair dryer in just a second. But while we've got it open, Crow, this is for you. Okay. Silent for you. Phantom HD for you. Sonic for you. Okay, I'm going to hold on to the rest here because I got plans for that. Clean that off. This stuff's gummy. Very, very gummy compared to what I'm accustomed to dealing with. I say gummy and just very gooey. All that mess off here. All right. So, handful. Got a little bit on yours, Sonic, so try to get that off so it's not messy when you get it. All right. There we go. So there's our other 4 review pieces. Let me wash my hands. I got this crap all over my fingers. All right. Got a little on the table there too. Stuff sticks hard, this stuff. All right, so here, driver. Go. All right, now, first off, I'm going to find this little corner here. We're just going to tear that off so that you know that this is his screen. Okay, so we'll tear off this corner. But one of the things I want you to look at, if you can see, and I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Let me get over here and see. But there is, now I know this because I deal with paint all the time. But there were some globs, quite a number of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that I can just count with the eye, that fell out. This stuff, see right in here, I can actually kind of pick that off. You can see one of them gleaming right there, but a lot of big pieces. Now, I should have filtered this before I put it out, but this is why I put out that highly, sort of cautionary and tips information, because if you don't, somebody will buy your stuff, they'll do this, and they'll be pissed. So that's the reason I always include filters with mine. just so people know that you have the opportunity to filter this before you start trying to paint it. All right, so now we're going to take this panel into our into our front room, where we have everything already set up. I'm going to keep that in sight, in line of sight here. And as I promised, you are going to go against this first. This is just black flat and water. You see BF and W, black flat and water. This is Krylon Color Max black flat, mixed 1 part black flat to 2 parts water. That's all this panel is. On the back, I made what I call the duty mix. And this is just a concoction I came up with. All right. So here's what you need to see, because I'm seeing it already. Let's see. I want to get it to something that we can actually make out. Now, this is a movie called Last of the Mohicans. Many of you guys may have seen it. My Chromecast actually kind of gave out a couple of days ago, and I've ordered another one, but it's not here yet. So I'm having to use the DVD player. I don't want to leave his panel, but I'm using a Samsung 3D DVD player that I've had for years. I used to use it all the time, but I'm using that right now. Now, I'm going to drop this window to give him a chance. So let's get in here, see what we have. Let me pull us back. So the panel on the left is Ken's. Okay? The panel on the right is the black flat and water. There you go. It's almost, guys, it is almost a 1-for-1 match. So look at this. See that? Black flat and water, a 1-for-1 match. I'm going to turn the lights on. See that? Almost a 1-for-1 match. Pretty much the exact same. That's all it is. Phantom 21 final, whatever it is. Krylon Color Max. Black flat mixed with 2 parts water. There you go. Now I'm going to show you something. This is what's interesting. And I'll try to get us to where we can see something else. So here we go. I'm trying to get it to where we have maybe a brighter scene. All right, so there's a little bit brighter scene. Now, what I'm going to do, like I said, you had to go against these first. That's my duty mix, and if you look, it's just a tad bit brighter. Just a tad, a very small amount, but it is just a tad bit brighter than the Phantom. Okay, just a tad, guys. Now, for the sake of argument, because I'm really trying to keep it so that we never lose sight of the... Uh-oh. Oop, 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 oop. Let me pull us back. I'm actually going to... Well, I was going to take it out of the stand. All right, so I'm just going to set that right there. And tilt us forward a bit so you guys can see. But this is the old Supreme 8. I'm going to put his product against his product. Any better? Nah. The Supreme 8 just actually, the light in the room is just tearing it out. This right now, guys, now let me cover up. Get my... All right, so now we're just going to test at that area what we have. 167, 165, basically about 180, because if I go up here, it's a little over 190. And if you remember, in his meter max out zone, he was looking at 180.6. He called it 1800.06, but it was actually 180.6. At this point, I've got him looking at roughly 170 something here. So say between 160 and 170. And that's what it's doing. All right. So you matched the black flattened water. There's Sirius A. There's Sirius A. I don't want to cause this to shut down, so I'm going to be very careful here about removing the phone. All right. You can see, I want you, because so nothing happens here, but that's the, you can see the DVD player there. That's your colors on the black flattened water. I mean, excuse me, on the Phantom 21 versus Sirius A in that kind of light. Side angle. True viewing angle. That's how well it holds up. See how everything is just muted? It is just a muted matte black paint. No matter what you've done to it, no matter what you put in this, it's still no better than black flat paint and water. All right. Now you haven't even went up against the screen that I told you. You wanted to make fun of the screen. This is yours. You wanted to make fun of the screen. So let's see how you stand up against Vega Plus. Because that was your funny. You went to your happy place on that one. Get it stood up. Sorry. And where's my controller? So, no, does it have the contrast that that black is going to? And I will say this, I'm going to give you credit for this. This one's actually black. It's not, it's a black, it's a matte black. It's looking lighter in the camera right at the moment than what it is, but it's a matte black. But it's chintzy. Look at all that. See that? Just not really that good. It's, you tried to make fun of, and we're going to leave that there for just a second. There's nobody down here but me, but I want to bring in Sirius B. So we're going to bring in a full size here of Sirius B. I'll find somewhere, somewhere to get it stood up. Let me see if I can stand it up this way. Try to get that out of our way just so we can have the screen stand up here. Trying to keep it standing up straight. I should have had this ready before I got in here. But I wasn't really planning on using this. It was just kind of a last minute idea. Okay, let me grab his screen. Okay. There's you against Sirius B. See how the light just washes across that. Now, Sirius B, like I told you, is a novelty screen. So it does darken up significantly on the side. But you can see just a step back in from your extreme angle. And this is what you're dealing with. So no, Ken, not amazing, not fantastic, none of that. Oh, stepped on my... See, and I have screens that range all the way across the spectrum. Let me get this one out, sorry. And I just knocked everything over. All right, let me stand that back up. There we go. You, Mr. Bird. Vega Plus. And this one is actually our new Daystar. But it's not that portion that's right there. So I'm just going to stand it up. If I can. It probably going to want to stand. All right. So Daystar, Vega Plus, Mr. Bird, Sirius B. But that's in 180 lux. Now what I did is I set it. You can see here I've got 180, 100, 60, and 30. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop it to 100 lux. And let's see, does that help? So once again, there's Mr. Bird. It's actually got a little shade on him if you look at it. That's Daystar, Vega Plus. We're going to go down to 60. Set it at 60. Now I'm pre-measured these just for that purpose. Remote again. Okay. Mr. Bird stuff. I'm actually going to move this over here. Let's put you there so we can see you nice and prominently. You can see just how dull and how muted. And it looks a little better now because it's less light in here. So now we're going to take it down to 30, and that is these flipped. It's roughly about 30 lux. Sirius B, Vega Plus, Daystar, Ken Bird's muted panel. Black flat and water. That black flat and water, folks, cost about $8 and some change, $8 and some change for a quart. The water's free. And you could end up making really 3 quarts out of that. $250 on sale. $9. $9, guys. That's it. $9. So did I lose money? Absolutely. But it's kind of worth it. Because at the end of the day, that just proves Mr. Bird does not know how to make a screen. All right, so I'm going to be doing a good many more of these videos with that panel. I've still got the paint in there. Not going to do anything fake with it or anything like that. But that's what you're dealing with right there. $250 for $9 worth of performance. That's really sad, guys. That's really sad. And look, where's this little piece of paper go? Can't remember if I threw it in here. Yeah. So you can see, once again, that was shit to Auntie. Auntie who knows nothing about paint. That's it. That's what we got. So these I'll be shipping out probably tomorrow, guys. I'm going to reach out. Sonic, I don't think I have your address. So I just need to make sure I've got the address to get all these out. I want you guys to do the same thing. Now, I'm going to go back because this was sensitive in the sense that I wanted to make sure from the point of handoff to the point that you saw it, there was nothing conspicuous that went on. I'm going to go ahead and get that panel again. Now, my wife was down here earlier, but she was just going out to let the dogs out. She works upstairs. So this is Mr. Bird's. I am going to write a little thing on here. If I have a pen, I did have a pen. Here we go. Here's a Sharpie. A pink one. Huh. So I'm just going to write Bird up there. And that will be the panel that I'll continue to do some displays on because I'm going to get my $250 worth out of this mess. But that's it. That's how good it isn't. I actually, I told my wife right before it got here, and maybe some of you screen guys will understand this, but I told her right before, this stuff makes this bow too. Mine, you can tell black flat and water didn't bow anywhere near that much. But I told her, I said, I'm always taking a chance because it could be that whenever it gets here, it's better than anything I've seen from him previously. And if that was the case, that would have been the case. That's what we would have shown. There you go. So you answer one question for me, audience. Would you want to watch this, or that? And keep in mind, that's a novelty screen. Right now, this is setting because it's setting off kilter from the light. It's actually leaning back, taking on a lot more light. So you can see it will, right? But it's much lighter in the phone than what it is, you know, to the eye. But Sirius B, and let me get Sirius A. Actually, let me just put Sirius A right here. You see the brightness here from her dress? And this is in harsh light. 180 lux is a lot of lux, but you notice that it looks nothing near what he showed you downstairs. Him downstairs. It looked nothing. Because it looks like as bright as this on his videos, but it's not. Once again, Black Flat Paint and Water, my product. Not even a product, it's just a fabrication. It's not something I sell. Gave it away for free a while back. And this, it's just a Lambertian screen. That's it. Nothing fancy about it whatsoever. Nothing. Actually kind of sad. That's it. 12 years. 12 years to come up with this. A $9 product. 12 years. I actually feel kind of sad for you right now, man. I really do, Ken. So let's rate it. Packaging. And I'll do a formal rating. I'm going to do more of a 1 to 5 rating on that. But just off the cuff. Packaging. Nah. Maybe a 2, 2.5 on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being good, very good. 1 being 0, or not good at all. It's looking brighter in the screen right now, you know, in the phone right now than what it actually is. Just looks a little lighter. Both of them do, actually. It's not just his, just both of these do. But it's not that bright. You can see how muted it is from here. It's just dim. Dress color. Almost the same exact color right here. And you can see these are both muted. You would expect that because they are Lambertian screens. All right, guys, so we're almost up on 40 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and close this down. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, but I am going to be doing some more displays, more formal displays with this now, because I wanted to make sure that everybody knew this was not a fabrication. This wasn't anybody messing with his product, right? This is not a mess with. This is what it is, all right? So you guys take care, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.